Hey everybody, young bloke, back at it again with another bag slapping review. This time with the GoRuck GR2 26L in 500D Cordura. Let's get into it. All right, so I have had this bag now going on 2 months. I feel like I've gathered enough of an idea to be able to give a good enough review on this thing. I have it right now set up for a weekend trip. So as I'm reviewing it, I'll be kind of showing you the features and whatnot and unpacking and yeah, just giving you guys an idea of, you know, how much this thing can hold. So I like to do kind of a bit of a category system in reviewing my stuff. So the first thing I'm going to go over is weight. Now, I don't know the exact weight of this thing, but I know that it is slightly heavier than the 21L GR1 1000D Cordura. Now that is pretty impressive considering it's closer to the weight of that one than it is the normal GR2, and that's all thanks to the 500D Cordura. It is a lot more lightweight, obviously, and for those extra 5 liters, you're not getting penalized too much on weight. So yeah, I guess we can kind of talk a little bit about the fabric here while we're here. So the 500D Cordura is a lot more malleable. It's a lot easier to, for instance, slip your hand into this infamous front pocket that everybody hates. It's a lot easier to kind of stretch things out. As you guys can see, I got a nice little bulge here with my cap and other items in the front. So yeah, this material is super nice. The hype is true. The fabric is really good. It is still durable as heck. So don't be afraid of, you know, this thing dying on you because it's 500D less Cordura. I mean, really, unless you maybe are going to these GoRuck events and, you know, you're doing these things fairly often, I don't ever see anybody realistically under any EDC circumstance tearing one of these things. I mean, seriously. And even if you did, you still have that SCARS warranty, which again, we can kind of get into later. So anyways, weight, not so much of a problem, in my opinion. All right, next factor we're going to talk about is comfort. So to do that, we're going to go over to the straps over here. And they are, well, pretty much like any other GoRuck you've ever heard about. They are dang near bulletproof and just the most comfortable padding I have ever felt. Honestly, I think I had a Mystery Ranch 2-day assault that was a bit more comfortable, but not nearly as durable. You know, I think it had that like more porous type shoulder straps, but this one, yeah, this is awesome. In fact, I'll go on a limb and say these are even more comfortable than any other GoRuck product I've had. The Bullet, the GR1, the GR2, Vietnam, USA made, didn't matter. I don't know what they did. Maybe they didn't do anything at all. Maybe it's just me, but these feel freaking amazing. Just best in the game in terms of holding raw weight. If you carry a lot of crap or the crap you carry is really heavy, I mean, seriously, this should be the first bag on your list because the shoulder straps are just that good. So we're gonna kind of flip this beach whale over here, kind of look at its back here. So the back padding, again, like many of you know, they haven't changed this up too much. It is still 500D Cordura as far as I know. I know they've been introducing 200D Cordura into their other products. This is not one of them. This is still 500D, but it's less abrasive. I've not had any peeling with any of my shirts or, you know, other clothing articles that it comes in contact with. This is fine. In fact, I didn't even have that with the 1000D Cordura. I'm not sure what people were wearing, but, you know, maybe for some materials it was abrasive and, you know, would peel off. But this one, definitely, that will not be a problem. Yeah. Again, you don't have too much ventilation, you know. I mean, they did do some stitching in here to kind of simulate that. That doesn't really do anything. If you're going to wear this thing and you sweat, you're going to sweat. For sure. Summer or no winter, it doesn't matter. You're definitely going to be sweating, but that's okay. This, you kind of know what you're getting into. This is a, you know, rough and tough bag. You know, you really ought to not be complaining too much about that. But anyways, that is the back padding here for comfort. All right, I'm going to talk about a little bit about how it would be for hiking. So if you're the type like me, I like to be a little adventurous. I like to go on hikes. I like to ruck from time to time. Haven't done that so much as often. But yeah, I do tend to do that. And keeping in tow with what I said about comfort, I mean, this is going to hold weight exceptionally well, okay? If you're doing short hikes, maybe you got a bunch of camera gear, you like to get those sweet epic shots, you know, that stuff is going to be heavy. This thing is going to take care of you really well. Now, for any extended trips, I don't know that it would work out just because it is heavy. It is still, you know, 3+ pounds. If you're, you know, going to do any like super long 5-10 mile, you know, arduous hikes, I'm not sure this is what I would grab. It is a little heavy, right? I mean, you can kind of get away with, you know, something else like an Osprey or, you know, anything else other than this. This wouldn't be necessarily the first bag I get for long range hikes. However, for short range, honestly, this is awesome. It holds weight exceptionally well. It has a pouch for your water bladder if you want it. Let me see if I can, ooh, this is all one-handed here. So anyways, man, that is some crazy tough Velcro. All right, guys, you guys are gonna have to take my word for it and just know that that is Velcro and it opens, I promise, to get your water bladder through that. I don't think I've ever opened it since I got it, so that's probably why it's so hard to peel. But anyways, that opens. You can fit a water bladder through there. I've even seen people load it up here into the plate carrier / laptop compartment. You can do that too. But yeah, that is something you can do. So pretty good for hiking. All right, I guess from there we'll kind of go into exercising. Some people, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people who buy these bags actually do it for exercising. You know, that's a big part of their advertising on their website and online. And, you know, you even see them at like Ironman events, you know. So obviously people get these things to exercise with. Now, would this be the first bag I get if I'm just looking to exercise? Not necessarily. This is definitely more of a travel EDC bag. That is, to be fair, how they advertise it as well. But since it's not as durable, you know, if you're going to be doing those GoRuck events or you're going to be doing long range rucking, this might not be the best bag for that. Also, there are cheaper options such as the Rucker, you know, which is literally built for that. It has a stiffer frame sheet. You know, it's got like an embedded hip belt and reflective patch and all that. Like, and it's cheaper. It's like at least $100 cheaper than this thing. So that should be your first option, really, if you are getting it primarily for. All right. So next category we'll go over is commuting. This is an absolutely fantastic commuting bag, and by commuting I mean like taking it on the bus, bike riding, walking. I mean, it really does excel at that. First, start off with walking. Obviously, biggest factor is going to be it being on your back, right? It needs to be able to hold that weight well, be comfortable while you're bobbing up and down. This totally does it. I mean, literally, it's meant to ruck with, which is just walking with weight. So the fact that this thing is so dang comfortable makes it perfect for that. You know, being on the bus and everything, I think it does really well, you know, in terms of safety features. It's really, I mean, these zippers are smooth, but it really is, if a thief is going to come and try to steal your stuff, they're likely going to go for this. Good luck getting this open and good luck reaching in there. There's no way, you know, you're not going to know that somebody's trying to steal stuff from you. You know, this is infamous for being just so hard to get anything out of. You know, so yeah, you're totally fine in that regard. As far as biking, haven't actually biked with it, but I think it'll do exceptionally well, especially if you get these hip straps. I don't have any yet, but you can buy some from the GoRuck store and you can attach them here and then attach them to your hip, and that thing is really secure. That being said, they do also have a sternum strap. Did not come with the GR2, sadly, but if you do get one, that should also increase the stability. That being said, it is a little heavier, so it may bob side to side, up and down a little more than any, you know, other backpack. So, you know, just keep that in mind. But that being said, it's a great commuter bag. The only other caveat I'll say negative in that area is going to be its thickness. Well, because naturally it's 26 liters. It is a bit taller. Just to give you an idea, I have my Nalgene water bottle here, and it's about that tall, nearly as tall as that Nalgene water bottle. So, you know, maybe if you're on the train or somewhere super close and tight, you might be bumping into people. So perhaps not the best all-around commuter bag, but in my opinion, I think it does really well. All right, after that, so logically, I think we'll move on to traveling. So traveling, the GR2, I mean, how it's marketed anyway on their website, is meant to be a travel bag. Now, because it's 26 liters instead of 34, which was the original GR2 size, it's going to limit that travel ability a little bit less. Naturally, it has less room. But I did want to outfit it here just to give everybody an idea of how much stuff you can carry with it, because I do think it is still a great travel bag. And in fact, I'll kind of reveal my whole thoughts later on it and why it's so dang good. So yeah, let's move into it. So I'm not necessarily gonna maybe pick apart each one. Okay, maybe I will. All right, so anyways, let's go by each pouch. So in here I have a GoRuck cap. I've had this thing for years. Holy moly, this thing is freaking amazing. It's called the Tack Hat. This has been through heck and back with me. It is a great hat. We might even do a review on it later, but anyways, buy that. But it's cool because it can scrunch up and fit in there nicely. Neat. All right, so then we're gonna reach in here again and get some here we got some gloves, some mechanics gloves. Everybody should have gloves, right? Yeah, do stuff with. And then what else in here? Yeah, bag. I have a bag, foldable bag that can fold, can put things in. Good. It's good to have. I think that's it. I might have a mask in here, but you know what? It's so freaking down there, I'm not sure it's gonna matter. So yeah, I might have a mask in there. So yeah, that's the front. Now I'm gonna open up the front pouch here. If I can just find the dang zippers. Okay, there we go. And look at that, how smooth that is. I mean, seriously, I'm doing this with one hand, and this thing is packed. You guys will see. I'm doing this with one hand, and it's able to open so smoothly. For those of you that, you guys will understand, opening bags, the bag aficionados out there, opening it with one hand, one zipper is not always easy. So anyways, we're gonna fillet this bad boy up. I'm gonna show you guys. Ta-da! Got some stuff in here. Got Nemesis. Rawr, rawr. The remake wasn't good. Fight me in the comments. Anyways, so I'm gonna kind of show you guys this front pouch here, this whole section area. I'm going to give you guys an idea of how much stuff you guys can carry. This isn't how I EDC it. This is, like I said, a kind of like travel setup here, but I wanted to include some items in here just to give you guys an idea how much you can load in here. So first I'll kind of start with this crevasse here, right? So I got this little plush toy. I got Nemi here. He's just chilling in there. And I mean, yeah, that is some good amount of depth. It is a little dirty, pardon the mess. But yeah, that's about how much depth you have in terms of, you know, how much stuff you can fit in here, right? Again, I'll use the Nalgene water bottle. Okay, it goes up nearly to that 20-ounce line. Isn't that crazy, right? 20 ounces almost, you can say, of range in here that you can fit in here. So in this area, I like to use it as like a DOP kit dump. I have like a tourniquet. I have my lactate pills. I do not go anywhere without them. I got some emergency little protein stuff, some toiletries, some Dr. Bronner's friggin' soap. I hear some people even use it as toothpaste. I've got a little travel, little scrunchy floofy there. Fresh wipes. You know, it's nothing crazy. Ooh, I do carry this with me. It's silica gel. I don't eat it, but I do like to keep it in here because this area kind of tends to get a little damp. So I just throw one of these in here so, you know, soak it up a bit and so it doesn't stanky stank. But yeah, anyway, so this kind of is my DOP kit, right? And this is packed to the brim. This is literally how I would go traveling. So yeah, this area here. Then in this area, the front little side axis pouch, I have my kind of like unmentionables, right? So I got like a stack of cards. I'm not gonna show anybody that. This is my CRKT Eaton tool. I've had this for a while. It is patining. That kind of looks nasty. I'm not sure I'm gonna use that, but it is super useful. Got that. Got my Olight charger. Got another little dual power bank anchor, I believe. Oh, there's my mask. My mask is in there. And I got my Cordura little EDC organizer bit here. And some other just whatever stuff in there. But that should give you guys a pretty good idea of what you can carry in the front pouch. Remember, this all closed on its own. And again, super smooth zippers, man. These guys make some of the best zippers in the game, I swear. These are really good. So anyways, that's that. Now on the top here, the top axis, a lot of people like to use this as their quick axis. To me, it's not really quick axis because you gotta open the bag. You gotta open a zipper to get into the zipper, right? I don't know, to me that's not really quick access. It is on the top though, and I guess you can kind of view it as it's a little bit more secure, right? So if you're going traveling, this might be where you want to keep the real secure stuff. So anyways, just to give you an idea, I got a Leatherman rebar, Olight Baton 3, that thing is awesome. Pepper spray for humans and dogs and whatever. I got my key bar, my keys, got a little coin, don't even remember what that means. I got my wallet in here, Chums, Herpaderp. This thing is awesome. Probably gonna do a review on it soon. Got that, got my AirPods and my Recycle Firefighter Phobie hanky. This thing is awesome. So yeah, that kind of gives you an idea. I got my earplugs here. So yeah, I got a bunch of stuff in here. And again, that all closed, right? Okay, so here is the other pouch. Man, this thing is awesome. This is another Axis pouch here. And now this is not how I would actually pack to go traveling, but I really just wanted to give you guys, again, an idea of what you could do. Now, I have stuffed in here a Mavic Mini SE, okay, the whole drone, right? This poor thing, I've smashed it like 2 times. These things are tough, man, honestly. But anyways, I have this whole thing in this pouch here, right? Have its remote. I have a whole ass Nintendo Switch here, okay? It's not the light model. It is the whole Nintendo Switch and a GoPro Hero 8 camera. That all fit in here. And honestly, I still had room to spare. I could have added some batteries, some games, maybe some extra controllers for this thing. I don't think I could have brought the dock. Some people like to bring the dock with them. Of course, the dock's freaking massive. But yeah, that could give you an idea of just how much stuff you can fit into this pouch. Again, this is a 26 liter, guys. It's not even the 34, monstrosity that a lot of people have. So anyways, I'm going to be a little daring here. We'll know that this doesn't work if I cut right here, but I'm gonna try and close this with one hand. Give everybody an idea. Oh yeah, man, this thing closes so nicely. As I furiously try and close this. Anyways, there you go. See, so that is the front. Now we're gonna move on to the back. Open this boy up. Find it. Let's see. All right, so I got the zippers open. Didn't want to have you guys go through that again. You guys have already gone through so much with me in this video. But anyway, so I'm going to fillet this bad boy up. We're going to show the main compartment. So in the main compartment, you guys probably noticed I don't usually put anything in here. These are nice to have. These can honestly act as packing cubes in and of themselves. I think I've actually used it like that in the past. I think I've put like socks here and then like underwear right here, which I totally could have added a little bit more. But in here I have one of the GoRuck packing cubes. I believe it is the medium size, not the large one. I know the large one kind of like is like a clamshell and it opens up. This is the size down from that. These things are friggin' awesome. I might do a review on them soon because yeah, these are my favorite packing cubes. I take them everywhere. But as you guys can see, I have a nice big Chongus in here. Fits perfectly in this 26 liter. In here I have a pair of pants, a pair of shorts, a shirt, a flannel shirt, 2 pairs of socks, 2 underwears, and that's about it. But yeah, that is quite a lot. That is pretty much enough for a weekend trip. Even got some sandals here, fit really nicely on the side. And then just to give you guys an idea of the depth, we're gonna bring the handy dandy Nalgene water bottle again. Ooh, wow, that nearly reaches up to the 32-ounce line. Probably somewhere around the 28-ounce line. I know this is a weird kind of marker, but yeah, that kind of really gives you an idea of the depth. It is quite a lot. And yeah, this thing is cavernous, man. It is awesome. Obviously, you have that nice interior MOLLE. You know, if you're EDC freak, you like to kind of put those pouches in between. I've done that before in the past. This totally works out for it. Awesome. So yeah, we got some sandals. All right, so now we're gonna move over into the last pouch, which is on the back here. Lay that bad boy open, and I'm gonna give you guys an idea how to get this thing out. Now, here is the laptop slash ruck plate slash water bladder pouch. I've seen people do that before. And in here is a 13-inch MacBook Pro M1 version. That doesn't matter. It is a 13-inch laptop. Any 13-inch laptop will fit. obviously, I think a 16-inch laptop will fit. I mean, you guys can kind of see the discrepancy there. I'll kind of try and showcase that. You have about that much left in depth to give you guys an idea. A 16-inch would absolutely fit in here, honestly. 2 laptops could fit in here. Yeah, and it's super tough. This is where the frame sheet is housed, as well as some of the padding here. Boy, is this thick. You never feel necessarily like the hard stiffness of the frame sheet on your back, because there's so much cushioning here. And your laptop is fine. I have chucked this thing, you know, I've thrown it, I've had it nigh crushed before. You know, supposedly these are bomb proof, as in I think they did like some testing where they like exploded some kind of device or something near a GoRuck that had a laptop in it, and the data was contained. I mean, the computer itself wasn't functional, like you couldn't type on the keys, but the data was contained. So that should give you guys an idea. This is a pretty good standalone laptop protector. I know a lot of folks like to use their separate laptop protectors. Sure, that's fine. But this one on its own, I have no qualms putting my laptop in here. I can't say that about every laptop I've used, but I can say that about this one. So yeah, that's my laptop. I'm gonna keep that in here. And that is what a traveling kind of setup would look like with the GR2. Hope that gives you guys a good idea. Before we move on to a few other kind of caveats, little things, side things I just kind of want to mention. Yeah, this is a great, I think, EDC bag. You know, it kind of falls just in between, you know, a travel bag and an everyday carry. You know, you can, if you're the type to carry a little bit more with you every day, you need to, you're a commuter, you know, you like to go to the gym after work, or, you know, maybe you want to go to your girlfriend's or something. Like, this is really a great bag for that. For like a super everyday carry, like minimalistic, I wouldn't call it that. That's where like the Bullet, the 15 liter and the 10 liter resides, or something like the 21 liter GoRuck. Those are probably a little better for EDC, because naturally the smaller a bag is, you know, the easily more manipulable it is, and, you know, it's not like as cumbersome and stuff. You know, so, but this does do a good job of that. As a work bag, maybe not my favorite. It is more subdued than something like the 511 Rush 12. Obviously that has a certain look to it. This definitely does have a look to it, but it's a little different. It's I would say a little more stylish, right? It's not as utilitarian, like I'm that kind of guy, you know, right? It's a lot more cool, I think. It's one of the few bags I've actually gotten compliments for, aside from my Evergoods CPL 24. So yeah, I think it's subdued enough to take it in the office. Obviously it depends where you work. If you're like a super, you know, businessman, I'm not really sure I would take something like this. I'd feel a lot more comfortable with like a CPL 24. But again, you do you. For school, pretty much the same as work. It's super subdued. Well, not super subdued, but I would say more subdued again than the 511. You know, I don't know if you get any like nasty looks if you brought this thing in, but this is a pretty expensive bag for a student, so I'm not actually sure any students are particularly looking to buy this bag. You know, there I think are much better options that kind of fit that kind of style a bit more, but hey, it's your money, do what you want. You know, it's your Pell Grant, right? But anyways, yeah, so for work, school, I think it's cool. And for me personally, the aesthetic, I mean, yeah, that's kind of a big reason why people go to these bags. They have a look to them, you know, that kind of boxy military look is really nice. This looks really freaking ugly. As I'm talking about this aesthetic, it looks like this. But anyways, you guys get the point, right? Yeah, the aesthetic is really cool. There's no denying it. It's a really great looking bag, on and off. You know, so it's great. So my personal thoughts on it, I think it's really good. The Corn Lady thinks it's really good, and I think you should buy this bag. It's really great. I think right now they're about $400. That is pretty steep, man. You got to expect a lot if you're paying that kind of money. Is it worth $400? Is it 4 times better than a 511 Rush 12? I wouldn't go so far to say that. But again, if you found this video, you're likely an enthusiast. You're probably already going to buy this thing. So, you know, Big deal, right? So anyways, this has been my review. If you guys liked it, you know what to do. Leave a comment, like, argue with me. It's totally fine. Again, I also want to apologize for not uploading for so long. It has been a while. I know. I really need to start getting back into the swing of things. No excuses. But hey, thanks for sticking around if you guys had. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.